Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Monica Lecole Show. It's your girl, Monica Lecole. And how was y'all Thanksgiving? Like, I had an amazing time with my family. I made a Thanksgiving brunch because I just didn't want all that Thanksgiving food. Plus, my parents and my sister were making that type of food. So I just did not want that type of food at home. So I made us a nice little spread. For Thanksgiving, we had brunch and I just had an amazing time with my family. I truly enjoyed my holiday, and I hope you guys got to enjoy your holiday as well with your family and friends. And I just wanted to say, like, I'm so grateful for so many things in my life, even with the challenges and the different things that I have going on. And this year, the changes that I have made this year, I'm so grateful to myself for disciplining myself and making those changes. I'm also grateful for my growth. I'm grateful for the amazing people that love me and that ride with me through everything, guys. So, this episode today is going to be about knowing when you need to give a person grace and knowing when you need to just remove a person out of your life. Me just thinking about how grateful I am for the amazing people that I have in my life. I have just been thinking about that a lot with different situations that I have going on. And I just wanted to speak on that today. So that is what the topic is going to be about today. I'm going to let you guys know what I am sipping on today. So this is my Thanksgiving mocktail. Now I made this yesterday for my family for brunch, and it had pomegranate in the picture that I made yesterday. The picture that I made yesterday, it had pomegranates in it also with these orange slices, but of course I don't have any more pomegranates, so I couldn't add it to my drink. But I have cranberry juice, lemonade, orange juice, and Sprite. That's what I have in here with a couple little orange slices. But the pomegranates were so good in here, and I'm so mad I don't have any. So I might run this back again at some point and add those pomegranates. But yeah, so this is what this is. This is my Thanksgiving mocktail, and I made this yesterday for my family as well, and it is so good, and you should try it out. Again, it is Sprite, cranberry juice, lemonade, and orange juice. It's so good. It is so good, yeah. Okay, but yeah, so I wanted to touch on that because I am so grateful for the people that I have in my life. And I feel like I am giving grace and I should give people grace as well. It's not that I don't, but I feel like the older I get, the more strict I am becoming. I already kind of felt like I feel like I'm a very strict person when it comes to certain things just because I don't like being hurt. I don't like my feelings being hurt. I don't like having to question people. I don't like to have to question situations. Like, I just don't feel like going through all that. I'm already a person that overthinks. So I don't need people in my life that make me have to overthink what our relationship is or what our situation is or any of that. So because I'm set up like that, um, after I have to question something so many times, or I have to try to figure out what the relationship is between me and another person, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that. It takes too much out of me for me to try to figure out what's going on with this situation. So because of that, I'm just like, I'm done with it. I'm washing my hands with it and I've accepted what it is and I'm moving on. But I'm learning that some people deserve grace, just as people have probably given me grace for things that I've done because they know my heart and know I'm not purposely trying to do anything to hurt them. I have to extend that same grace to others. And as I think about my relationships with certain people in my life, I had a conversation with myself the other day and I was just like, you know, some people, it's their character. I'm realizing that those people that your character is messed up, yeah, I need to remove you. I don't need that type of energy around me. Those people that you look at, like in every situation, they're trying to use and abuse the situation. In every situation, it has to benefit them. There's no benefit to no one else in that situation. Like everything they do is solely about them, and they could care less about who they hurt in the process. As long as it benefits them, they don't care who they hurt. So I'm learning that those type of people, I don't want to be around those type of people because your character is bad. Like, it's not a thing of you made a mistake, or you might have just had moment or a season in your life where you just didn't feel your best and maybe you couldn't show up a certain type of way. No, you are just, that's who you are. Like, regardless of what's going on in your life, you are this person. So I realized that those type of people, I don't want to be around those type of people because I'm not a selfish person. And when I love people, I'll show up for them as much as I can. You know, I'm human and I have times where mentally I'm checked out and I just can't show up. I can be real and say that, you know. Um that's why I'm so serious about the type of people that I want in my life and the type of things that I am choosing to accept in my life. I know me. You know, I know I'm a person that if it doesn't make me happy, it'll mentally drain me. If it doesn't serve me in a healthy way, I can't deal with it because it takes too much out of me to deal with those type of things. So I'm trying to figure out um who deserves that grace and who just deserves to no longer be a part of my life, you know. I look at certain situations and I realize that everybody shows love in a different way. You know, I'm a lover. Like I like to love on people. And if I'm in a financial position where I can help, I like to do things for people. And if I could show up for you, I like to do that for people. You know, I realize that I get a lot of joy out of feeling like I'm making people's life easier. I get a lot of joy out of just helping people. I get a lot of joy out of loving on people. Like I get a lot of joy out of encouraging people. Um but on the flip side of that, if there's situations that I don't like, um, I'm going to speak on it. And that's out of care. You know, it's out of care. So I'm going to speak on it. And sometimes certain things I speak on, the delivery may not be the best, you know. So I get grace from people that I love in those situations. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they know who I am to my core. They don't allow those moments to define who I am. They don't allow those moments to make them say, okay, I'm no longer dealing with her. I don't want to deal with her. I'm sending her on her way. You know, and if that was the case, I would feel so bad because I love my people. You know, I have a very small circle, but the people that I have, I love them. You know, and they give me grace in situations where, you know, I may say something they don't like, or I might act a way that they don't like, you know, but they give me that grace and they extend that grace to me because they love me and they know, okay, she may just be upset right now. And I know what she's saying is what she truly feels, but it didn't come out right because she's upset or she feels away or, you know, she doesn't like what's going on. And I appreciate them for that, for extending that grace to me, you know. So I have to do the same for people in my life. I have learned that my heart is so sensitive, right? And I can be real with myself and say that because I love love. I love love. And if I don't receive that, it just doesn't work for me, you know. So I've realized in certain situations I have to extend grace, but I also have to accept what it is. You know, like some people deserve grace. You can give them grace because they're trying, because everybody can't always show up how you want them to. Even if you have shown them how they should treat you, even if you have shown them how you show love, even if you have shown them how you like to receive love, some people just don't get it because all of us were raised differently. You know, I was raised on love. I wasn't raised on survival. Some people, they only know how to show love with money because they have never truly been shown real love outside of their money. So when they're showing up that way, they feel like they are doing their part fully because honestly, even if you've shown them how to love you, even if you've shown them how to love, even if you've shown them all of that, they see it and they understand it, but they have never received that the way you give it. So I'm looking to receive that back when it's like, I haven't received that type of love. So it's going to take me a minute to catch up with you. It's easy for you because that's literally how you show that you care, you know? Um, and this is how I show that I care financially. So it's going to take me a minute to catch up with you because I've went so long showing up the way that I'm showing up that I feel like this is right. And now I'm in a situation where someone is challenging me to do more than this, and I don't know if I know how to do this. I know I can do this, but it's going to take me a minute to get there because I have never had to show up this way. So I'm learning with people like that, they deserve a little grace. And when I say deserve grace, grace meaning I'm not going to be angry at you, I'm not going to be mad at you, like I'm not going to go through changes when we're dealing with each other. I just have accepted that this is what it is, and I'm still going to continue on doing what I need to do for me, but I'm going to extend you that grace and give you the floor to show me something different consistently, not a one or two here and there, and it has to be consistent. But while I'm allowing you to do that, I'm going to give you grace, because this isn't a messed up situation, this isn't a harmful situation, this is just a situation that I don't really care for the way it's operating. um but this is how you show up, and this is how you show love, so I'm not going to pour my all into it, but I can give you grace as we're navigating through this situation together, because I know you're not out to harm me, I know you're not out to hurt me, I know everything you do is to benefit my life, but you don't know how to do it in a way that I like to receive it. And I have to give you grace with that, because I'm wanting you to do something that you're truly not used to doing. And it's not that you can't do it, because I'm gonna be honest, we are all adults. We can all change if we truly want to. You know, I realize people change because they want to. Some people change because the person that they're dealing with, or the people in their lives that they see they hurt, they change because they feel like, okay, I need to be a better person to them. I realized I don't want somebody to change for me. I want you to change because you want to be better. And in the process of you being better and wanting to be better, you know that it's going to help our situation. Because when you make people change for you, they start to dislike you, because they feel like they're becoming a person that you want them to be and not who they want to be. So if a person changes for you, well, for me, I'm gonna speak to me. If a person changes for me, I want them to change because they want to be a better version of themselves. And in the process of them being a better version of themselves, they know that it'll benefit our situation. I don't ever want to force anybody to be anything that they don't want to be. And the best thing we can do as adults is accept what's in front of us and stop trying to make people be who we want them to be. You have to accept what's in front of you, and in accepting, it just means, okay, I see this is how you operate. I don't think you're purposely doing anything to hurt me, but this is who you are, and this is how you like to operate. Our situation and the things you do in this situation, it doesn't make me feel like you're purposely hurting me, but I don't like the way it makes me feel. So this isn't working for me, but it's not an unhealthy situation. You can still be a part of my life. I just have accepted what our situation is. You know what I'm saying? And it's better once you realize that, because at that point it's like I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. One thing I'm not going to do, baby, is be tolerated. Okay? Baby, I am the truth. I don't need to be tolerated, baby. I need to be loved in every single way, cuz I'm going to do the same for you. So I don't want anybody in my life that is tolerating me because that's what they feel like they have to do or need to do. Baby, you don't, mm-mm, mm, baby, you don't have to tolerate me. I am not that person that you need to tolerate, honey. If you don't want me a part of your life, remove me, honey. Like, seriously, because as much as I think I am the truth, I don't think I'm bigger than your feelings. If you feel like I'm somebody you don't want to be around or want me to be a part of your life, baby, remove me. I am not that important in your life. In mine, I am. But if I'm not to you, that's okay. Like, I don't have to be tolerated. I don't need anybody around me that feels like they have to tolerate me, So I'm just accepting what situations are with people. I'm accepting people are going to be who they are. We as adults have to accept that people are going to be who they are. We have to pay attention to what's in front of us and stop trying to make ourselves believe that we can make people be different. You don't want to make a person be different. You can encourage them to be better. You could be there to support them, but people truly have to want to change. And sometimes we have to just accept that this is your character. Like, you don't want to be a good person. You enjoy being this person. And I have to accept that and stop trying to make you become a person that you don't even want to be. You know, um, the biggest thing we could do is accept people for who they are and lead them wherever we need them to be. If we are okay accepting them for who they are and we choose to still be in the situation, deal with it, then hey, go on, do what you do. But if you're in this situation trying to make somebody or feel like if I sit here at some point they're going to be better, we are wasting our own time. Because even though we all deserve grace from everybody, we also deserve to see the change. We also deserve to see the work that you're trying to put in to be better. If you're wanting me to believe that you truly want our relationship to be better, and that's friendships, that's relationships, that's even a boss and an employee. If a person comes to you and you see, okay, they're trying to change their tone, they're trying to consistently show up and show me that they're trying to do better for this situation to work, they do deserve that grace, but me, I'm one of those people that I'll give you grace, but I'm also gonna keep that note in the back of my mind. That way, if you do resort back to what you used to doing, I'm gonna be okay. You have to go into it. Once you decide to remove a person, okay, this person's character doesn't work for me, I'm gonna remove them. This person, I'm gonna allow to still be a part of my life. I'm gonna give them some grace because I don't feel like they're purposely trying to hurt me. When you choose to do that in that situation, don't go into it with expectations. That way, if it doesn't work out, you're not expecting something. You're just extending grace because is this somebody you care about and you feel like if they truly want to change, they will, but don't go into it expecting anything, because that's also how we hurt ourselves. When things go on in situations with us and we give people another chance, or we forgive people and try to move on, and we feel like we want them to continue to be a part of our life, we still have these expectations for them, and that's where we fail at. Don't have them. That way, if it doesn't work out, you're not sitting there hurt all over again because this person is showing you exactly what you already seen in front of you, um and we have to stop being so accepting. We haven't been on a date in however long, and you decide, okay, we're going on a date. You can't go into it like, okay, they're trying to change, they're taking, no, like, you have to allow people, like, be consistent, allow people to show up for you. Stop, don't be so accepting to stuff. Like, show people that you are important and they have to work to make your relationship work. You know what I'm saying? That's even to friendships. um you guys might not always be on the same page, but it's gonna take work for it to get back there. If it's a friend that you truly love and care about, then you have to put in that work. Like, and both parties have to, um when you're a person that is on the shorter end of the stick, when you're extending this grace, that person that you have extended it to so many times, they have to show up a little more, and they have to be consistent with those changes to make you believe, okay, you're really trying. And again, this goes back to characters. I'm extending grace to the people that I feel like, yeah, I mess with you. Your character, you ain't no bad person. You just fall short sometime, and that's because you haven't experienced who I am. You haven't experienced this type of person. Like, so I have to extend a little grace, and that's in relationships and friendships. Some people are so used to cutthroat that when you are a person that's not like that, they don't know how to show up. So I just wanted to speak on that because I'm just thankful for so many things in my life. I thank God for the grace that He extends me. I messed up. I thank God for the people that He has in my life that extend me grace and love me and care for me. So I realize I have to, but again, I always pay attention to people. Baby, a character is a character. This is who they are. Now, if you choose to extend grace with people like that, that's fine. That's on you, but you just got to roll with what it's going to be because, baby, they have showed you they are not right. And for me, I'm getting older. If you that type of person, I don't need you. I don't want you around me. I don't want no parts of it. But those people that I know, they just fall short in certain areas because they have never experienced you or a person like you. I can extend grace to those people. I'm learning that it's okay to extend grace to those people because people extend grace to you. And you mess up sometime, and not in a way to harm anyone, but you have to understand that we all deserve a little grace. But yeah, so I just wanted to speak on that, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know that because it's something I've been thinking about all week. Like I'm going to extend grace, but I'm not going into it with any expectations. And baby, when I extend this grace, it's going to be so much that's going to have to be done before I truly just go all in like I once was. Like I'm not going into it with any expectations because I don't want to be hurt by anybody. And that's friendships, that's relationships, that's anything in my life. But yeah, y'all, so this is a bit of a quick episode. I just wanted to touch on that right quick. If y'all are off for the weekend, I hope that y'all enjoy y'all weekend, relax, or do some stuff around the house if you want to, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, do that. But yeah, so I thank you guys so much for tuning in every week. I thank you guys for the continued support. You guys know I have the coming out the closet segment. I don't have any closet tales this week, so I want to thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the subscribers. My goal is to get to 150 subscribers by the end of December. So y'all subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let them know that I drop every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thank you guys so much. Enjoy your weekend, and bye, y'all.